Hey guys, it's Appleminte. Welcome back again to my channel, and today I'm doing a video that I promised you guys I would do as of a few weeks ago. But before we get into that, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Secret Cat Forest. Secret Cat Forest is an adorable game in which you decorate and upgrade your very own home, attracting new cat friends to come and hang out over time. The game is easy to play and is very calming and healing. It plays in real time with a day and night cycle as well. There are dozens of adorable kittens to find, each with their own animations. You can check the archives to see which cats have come to visit you and which you still need to find. In the game, you can go fishing, collect wood from trees, and build furniture to attract cats. Each cat will leave gifts that you can upgrade and will come to eat the fish you leave for them even while the game is closed. The first 200 people to download the game and enter the code appleminte will receive 2,000 pieces of wood and 4 cans of fish in-game. You can also enter a giveaway on the game's Facebook page to win a set of promotional figures and calendars, which I will link in the description below. So thank you again to Secret Cat Forest for sponsoring today's cat-themed video. So for today's video, I'm doing cat breeds as people, and a few weeks ago, if you guys watched my Countries as People video, you'll remember that for that video I did a poll in my community tab asking you guys what video you wanted to see me do next. And at the time, Countries was in the lead, so I had started filming the video, but after I'd already started filming, Cat Breeds as People had pulled ahead, and so I promised that in the near future I'd be doing this video, and keeping true to my promise, here you are. I feel like cat breeds, maybe this is just a me thing, but I feel like cat breeds always get overlooked compared to dog breeds. It seems to me that more people can quickly name many different dog breeds than they can cat breeds, but that could just be a me thing. I don't know. But I really love cats. Sadly, I'm allergic, so play the sad violin for me, please.
Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin. See?
But the first cat that I wanted to do today was a Persian cat. And when I think of Persians, there are a bunch of different color patterns that they can have on their fur, but when I think of them, the first colors that come to mind are the white and brown Persian cats, and I'll put a photo of what I'm talking about on screen. But Persian cats are super fluffy, and they're known for being very sweet, quiet, relaxing, easygoing. So that's why I wanted to embody in my drawing for the Persian cat as a human. So to embody the fluffiness, I gave her hair a lot of very crazy curls and waves. I wanted to give her really big hair to really show that she's fluffy, but I also gave her a fluffy tail. And when I was coming up with a design for her outfit, I wanted to go with something that would speak to the personality or the typical personality of a Persian cat, which is why I chose something almost like a little bit more cottagecore-like, but nothing too revealing on her. And honestly, I would love to wear this outfit, and I feel like I think about that a lot. Whenever I really want an outfit, I draw it, and then I just get sad that I don't own it. Anyway, I decided to add glasses to her just because I thought it would be cute on her design, but I decided to not do any outlining of them till the very end, so that is why you see them as being still outlined in my red pencil rather than black ink, because I wanted to color the hair in first, and then once I had all of the Copic colors done, I was planning on taking my opaque Posca pen to color in the glasses so that I could have it put over everything else rather than it getting kind of covered up and lost in her design. I really wanted them to stand out. So like I said, I was going with a brown and white Persian cat. And I didn't want to introduce too many other colors into this, honestly, because I want to really stick to those specific colors so that it really embodies a Persian. I think if I added too many greens or pinks or, other colors, it would take away from the original design. So I'm really trying to stick with browns and whites here, but since that's not a very big color palette, I'm trying to spread out the colors so that there's, not too much of one thing all in one specific area. Overall, I really like how her design came out. I mean, like I said, I'm already jealous of her outfit, but I decided to also give her blue eyes because when I looked up a brown and white Persian, I saw a bunch of them with blue. I think some of them can have green eyes too, but I felt that the blue would pop nicely with this color palette. And when it came to coloring in this denim overall skirt that she's wearing, I at first was like, oh, the brown is looking a little bit blotchy. I haven't used that specific brown marker in a little while, so I was kind of like, oh, maybe it's getting a little streaky. But honestly, it actually turned out to work out, because as I was thinking about it, denim, it does have that kind of blotchy look to it. So, you know, that was not intended, but it worked out anyway. Another thing I realized here is that one of my gray markers is very dry, so I should have ordered a refill for that a few weeks ago when I was ordering marker refills. Anyway, I digress. The last thing I did was add a ring in the background, a circle of color, and for this, obviously, I chose the blue to match the pop of color in her eyes. But there you go. That is my version of a Persian cat girl. And now on to the next cat breed. So when deciding which cat breed to do for this next girl, I think I was a little bit biased because one of my best friends owns a Bengal cat. And so I really wanted to do a Bengal. And if you don't know what that is, I will put a photo of one on screen. And then I'll put a photo of his cat on screen because she's really cute. But anyway, there are some different color patterns for their coat, as usual with most cats. But for this, I'm doing the typical, most common one that you tend to see in these cats, which is the brownish with black and brown spots on it. And these cats are actually pretty interesting because they are bred, or were bred originally, both with a domestic cat and a wild cat, being an Asian leopard, I believe. Is what I was seeing in my Google searches. I know that's the best source of knowledge. But that was really cool as well to me. So I was really intrigued in creating this pattern that they have on their coat, which I'm going to call leopard print pattern because it's basically what it is. They tend to be striped on their hands and legs, and then they have also a striped tail, but the actual coat on their body is very spotted. So I've never done any designs with that kind of pattern before, so I was really excited to add this to my design here. And I went through a few different outfit designs and poses for this girl. And at first I was going with something a little bit more on the business casual side, because when I was thinking Bengal cat, I was thinking somebody who is sophisticated and maybe a little bit more mature. But I really didn't like what I was coming up with, so I scrapped all those designs and decided to start over and go with something a little bit more youthful looking, but also still sophisticated and elegant. So I landed upon this design, which is a really poofy skirt connected to a top piece, so it's all one dress, but with two drastically different patterns and colors. And for her hair, I just stuck with a general brownish color that has a little bit of orange in it and gold a little mixed in. I was planning to use a different brown for the skirt because I didn't want it to be exactly the same brown on the hair and tail that it was going to be on the skirt, and you'll see what I mean in a little bit. And as my little pop of color, while I did blue in the Persian cat, for this one I'm doing a light green, and that was the color I was seeing a lot for the eyes of this kind of cat, but I'm sure they also vary. I just think that green is the color that will match the best on my design here. And for the top of the dress, it's kind of like a wrap. It's very tight fitted, but it's also kind of bunchy, and it all wraps around her. So I wanted to leave a lot of spots open. That's why you'll see there's a lot of white areas, and that's because I'm planning on leaving those as kind of like the highlights, so you can see each individual bunched area on the top of the dress. And so after I go in with my black, as I'm doing now, I'm going in with a lighter gray color. So it's not, too drastically highlighted, but it's there so you can see the separation in different parts of the top. And so now I'm coloring in this skirt, and I was really, really hyped to do this part of the design because I really couldn't wait to do this spotted leopard pattern. Like I said, I've never drawn this on anything before. And so I made sure to do all of the shading and coloring for the skirt first, because putting the actual spots on is something that you don't have to mark out. You can just do it after the fact. And I'll tell you a little bit about how to do it. It's actually not as difficult as I first thought. When doing a cheetah print pattern or a leopard print pattern, the easiest way to go about it, and you'll see in a moment how I do it, is to take a brown marker or brown color and color like little spots kind of scattered all over the place in different shapes. Some of them maybe a little bit more on the triangular side, but nothing too harsh of a line, just something that's roughly shaped like that, almost like little beans scattered about the dress. And then after all of that is done, you take a black marker and you basically just outline both sides, almost like a little kiss mark, a little lip mark on there. And it doesn't fully close. It's not a circle or anything or an oval, but you just do it on either side, one side being thicker than the other. And that's pretty much all you have to do to make a leopard print. But anyway, that is my design for my Bengal cat. I hope you guys enjoy her. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. All of my links are in the description box below and the link for Secret Cat Forest, so check those out. I have a link to my online store, my Patreon pin club, and my Instagram and Discord server. So go check those out. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you next Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.